Man.
You know God made black beautiful.
Man. Man. Let me see. Oh man, some of y'all already in.
Yeah. I'm distinguished now.
What's up, Miss Rod, Will, Outlaw, Carmel, Kiss, John, Jacob? What is up? Y'all, let me give people time to get in here. Y'all got a little time. Crave said Courtney X, what's up?
In the flesh. Even at my worst, I'm the best for the finish I stretch.
What's up, Justin? Put the word out.
Blow it on my neck instead. What you expect when you ain't had shit? Now you ain't half of what you asking. Couldn't even see the pussy, even if it's cancer. Now I hold the devil, taking pictures cause you flashing. You can't even imagine. Maybe Kim Kardashian. #1 song in the Grammy now smashing. Maserati crashing, twirling through the traffic. Rapid down the pole, sell a meal off the tragedy. I defy gravity, higher than I have to be. Talking to the Lord, I can't stay, who gon' save you? It's like a tour in ACL to an athlete. Ruby Miles Friday like capture it in my home town.
Okay, we out. What's up, Tarita? What's up, Miss Cannon? Man. Fox, what up? Nubian, what up? Vote for me, what up? Empress D, what up? Y'all got time, hit that like button on your way in. I'm gonna get people time to get in here.
She say, rules all day. Rap games, high school, and life's a hallway.
Well, we gonna talk about that. We gonna talk about that most definitely. We gonna talk about that. What's up, Fresh and Green? What's up, Black by Popular, the man?
They love me cause my swag is so jockish. Freshman year saw a ring like I'm boxing. You voted most likely to never ever top this. I'm Michael Jordan.
What's up, CJ? Tamika, what up? Oh man. Sharonda, what up? Big Benjamin, what up? Elaine, I wear these shirts everywhere. I wear them everywhere. I wear them everywhere. Hold on, let me go ahead and turn this down. Because tonight is the actual night I do my show, so I'm not going to give people as much time to get in here before we actually get started. We got some shit to talk about tonight. Y'all. AC, what up? Aquarius, what up? Y'all hit that like button on your way in. First and foremost, shout out Team Rob. Y'all already know what it is. We're going to start this show off talking about, what's up, Rant? Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren, who have now, you know, people are now, I guess, getting privy to the fallacy of Bernie Sanders. I told y'all years ago about Bernie Sanders. Motherfuckers don't listen to me. So here we are. Bernie Sanders is back running on the Democratic ticket to represent the would-be people. Now, again, I've been talking about this shit for years. I've been talking about this. And now with Bernie Sanders and this Elizabeth Warren now talking about reparations, these people are coming out now talking about reparations due to, many will say it's the responsibility or the, I guess, the push of the ADOS movement that's making people come out now and, you know, have to say something about reparations, something tangible. Y'all know I've been made videos about voting, and I said a long time ago that you know, who the fuck am I supposed to vote for? This has been something that if you've been following my channel for a while, this is, yeah, I've been doing this for years, but now that it's picking up steam, everybody's acting shocked. Oh, I didn't know Bernie wasn't for reparations. Well, I told y'all motherfuckers. I mean, long time ago, when the last time he ran, I talked about this. Ben talked about it. But now it's picked up some steam, and now people are pushing for this agenda. I've been told people that I didn't have anybody to vote for per people not dealing with the system of white supremacy and what it is. Ben said that. People came up with a little hashtag deal with it, with my no tangibles, no vote. I get the little new hashtag, not knocking the hashtag. But again, this is something I've been talking about. Been trying to figure out why exactly do black people decide they need to go vote for people who aren't ever addressing black people at all in any type of way. And even now, when these people are talking about reparations, which seems to be a safe conversation for them, whether they are for or against reparations, I still don't give a fuck if you're talking about reparations. If you're not dealing with the system of white supremacy or institutional racism that will even make us have to be having this conversation about reparations, me almost a century later, we're still talking about the same things. We're still asking for the same things. We're still asking for the same type of acknowledgement for what we've done and how this country has built this wealth off the backs of slaves, our ancestors. This is being a conversation that we've been having here on my channel. A lot of people are having that conversation now, but I still don't give a fuck, because now what's happening now is you have people that have come out and approach the conversation of reparations, say they're for reparations, an example for Elizabeth Warren. Now, Bernie Sanders has said it's divisive. He don't give a fuck about reparations. He don't think that's good for the people, essentially. Elizabeth Warren came out and said, well, she's for reparations, and she kind of wants to throw the Native Americans into the conversation for reparations, even though Native Americans have received different forms of reparations over the years, even though that's already happened. Elizabeth Warren is now coming in trying to, you know, do that, come on, y'all, just like us type of movement. Same shit that they've been doing. Now this is a conversation they can have. But the conversation that they refuse to have is the conversation about the system of white supremacy. That's not that conversation still won't be had. They don't mind coming out telling y'all black folk what they're going to do as far as giving y'all black folk reparations. They don't mind having that conversation. Because again, this is just a campaign level. I don't think even with pushing for reparations, if you're not talking about dismantling the system of white supremacy, even the reparations don't really mean much in this system. Because this system has allowed the government to target a certain group of people, period. Let alone disenfranchising that group of people. Specifically target, murder, assassinate, imprison. This system has allowed that behavior to be normal. One of the most recent examples of that on file is COINTELPRO. On file. Nobody's dealing with that system that would even make this a conversation. It even makes the conversation of reparations even relevant. Nobody wants to talk about that. So my question still remains, who the fuck am I supposed to vote for? Because I'm not voting for somebody coming out here talking about reparations. That doesn't impress me in any type of way. Now, again, I'm not going to knock the ADOS movement, the pressure they're putting on these politicians to deal with the certain aspects, certain tangible things of descendants of slaves in this country. We'll never come out against it. But a motherfucker talking about reparations don't really impress me. It's nice to bring the conversation up. But even talking about reparations while you're campaigning, when you get into office, you have to push that bill through an entire body of people, the government that's corrupt as fuck, that nobody wants to deal with. Nobody wants to deal with that corrupt government, but we want to get things done through this government. Tell this government they owe us certain things. Get granted certain things via this government. But the corruption of this government, nobody wants to deal with at all. You don't sit down and hear any of these politicians talking about the system of white supremacy, how it was set up. Its target, not just as in disenfranchising financially, but murder, full-blown murder. Full-blown murder. This justice system that doesn't seem to work for black people at all. Even if they were to grant reparations, what about this system? That's not the conversation that we can have. The conversation that we don't even feel like is not really necessarily important to the overall campaign. They can say any fucking thing they want to. Of course, yes, I'm for reparations. I think that America owes descendants of slaves a debt. That doesn't impress me. A person saying something like that while they're campaigning, is they continue to ignore the situation, continue to ignore the justice system that is continuing to target Black people. Period. That's not the conversation that's being had. That's the conversation that I've been requiring for years now. And I ain't voting for none of these motherfuckers. I don't give a damn if they're talking about reparations, because now they have a new way to pander to Black vote. Oh yeah, I'm down for reparations. Oh yeah, I'm down for that. I'm pro reparations. That's a new way to pander to Black vote. A new and improved way that they have to pander the Black vote, especially if they're running on a Democratic ticket. We're not going to deal with the corruption within a two-party system, period. But what it sounds like, and since people are requiring that people have a Black agenda to run for president or to get the Black vote per the president, it sounds like Black people ain't going to be voting. That's what it sounds like to me. I mean, we're going to be real about this shit. It sounds like Black people are not going to be voting. See, plenty of y'all talking about reparations is not just about money. I never said it was. I never said it was. Whatever reparations is about doesn't matter. Because if you think this government about to come out here and help Black people, then you're mistaken. You're just mistaken. It's not going to happen. If y'all are requiring now that people have a Black agenda to get your respect to vote for them, you're not voting. You're going to be just like me, sitting your ass down on the sideline, waiting for somebody to come in here and say something about you. I've been talking about this shit for years. Now, apparently, I don't fit the criteria of somebody y'all can actually listen to. Maybe it's the hats. I don't know. Maybe it's the t-shirts. I don't know. Maybe it's the profanity. I really don't know. But I've been talking about this shit for years. I have no reason to vote. Nobody's saying anything that makes me want to vote. Period. And I still haven't heard anything that makes me want to vote. Sound like y'all Black folk gonna be sitting out an election. That's what it sound like. I mean, the ones that will require this, there would be ADOS. Y'all not gonna be voting. If this is what y'all waiting on now, if this is what y'all requiring now, y'all won't be voting. Y'all be sitting one out, maybe sitting a couple out, or sitting out completely until they are addressing you, which is the same thing I've been saying years ago. I have no reason to vote for any of these motherfuckers. Kamala coming out here, she's running her mouth about some form of reparation. I forget what her act is called. Some act she done came out with, basically saying that, you know, she's gonna push reparations over onto people by saying, well, if I give reparations to Black people, this helps out everybody. This is how she's gonna make it okay for white voters. Because y'all acting like these people just like the Black vote is gonna be the one that wins the election. That's not true. That is absolutely not true. Majority of this country is white folk. So these Black people that y'all want to have a would-be Black agenda still got to get votes from white folk too. They got to play would-be both sides of the fence. So they have to come out here and say shit like, well, for everybody, the American people. They use these blanket terms. We don't understand how the voting system even works. We're not fully getting it. We don't understand the fallacy of the voting system. We'll talk about the Electoral College, but nobody wants to seem to acknowledge the fact that this is real shit. Yo, black vote ain't got shit to do with the Electoral College. Nobody has to come out and pander to you and do anything for you, especially if you don't have a consequence of them not doing anything for you. You damn sure can't say, well, I ain't gonna vote for them then. They don't care about that. They care about making sure that you believe in the system, but the system actually working, they don't care about that. You believe they do for whatever reason. I can't fully understand. But now you got all these white folk coming out here and a couple of little would-be token black folk run out here talking about reparations, talking about a black vote. And again, this isn't me trying to be negative, because the years that I've been talking about this, it was negative then. It was ignorant then when I was talking about it. But now it's smart, it's intelligent, it's edgy. All of a sudden. Y'all black folk ain't gonna be voting. ADOS, you might as well sit down. Talk your talk. Run up on these politicians all you want to. But you're gonna be sitting this election out. Nobody's coming to address you as a people. Nobody. Period. Nobody's gonna have a black agenda. Period. Not gonna happen. The only way they can have an agenda that's like that is for them to mask it and mix it up in something else. The same way they can come out here and have the white supremacist system work. They don't come out and say, well, this is white supremacy. They don't come out and say that. They don't come out and say, this is a white agenda. They don't come out and say it. They mask it and hide it under different forms of legislation. That's what they do. That is the game. Ain't nobody about to come have no black agenda, especially if you're looking for it by that name specifically. Not going to happen. Again, this isn't a knock to the ADOS at all. But the presidency has nothing to do with black folk at all. If you're waiting on a candidate to come out and address your issues, not going to happen. You're going to be sitting your ass down over here with me, where I've been for years, waiting. That's what you're going to be doing. Wasting your time. Again, I'm not sitting over here waiting, literally waiting, because I know it's not going to happen. But we have to snap out of this idea that these motherfuckers actually care about what we're talking about. So come have a seat right next to your boy, the one y'all been calling crazy and negative for years. The power, if y'all gonna get any power, is gonna be in you not voting. You gotta show these motherfuckers what you mean. Because just telling them that you're not gonna vote for them, if they don't have a black agenda, they don't believe you. Because not enough black people even agree to that. Again, getting black people on one accord is the challenge that we face here. This has nothing to do with white folk, nothing to do with presidential candidates, nothing to do with any of these motherfucking, as far as this, as politics are concerned. There is a small percentage of black people that actually even care that a president or any candidate acknowledges a would-be black agenda. A very small percentage. We have approximately 50 million black people in this country, most of whom don't give a fuck about a candidate coming out talking about no black agenda. Only thing they care about is the fact that the candidate is a Democrat. That's it. That's the reality of it. That's the situation that we're in. Which is why when I come on these videos and I talk about the mentality of black people, why that is so important is because we have 50 million black people here, and most of them don't give a fuck about none of this shit. They're just trying to get by. They're just trying to make it. From your Bernie Sanders, who is a fucking fraud, Elizabeth Warren, another fucking fraud, Kamala Harris, fraud, Cory Booker, fraud. A bunch of frauds. Y'all got to pick between one of them because that's how this fucked up ass two-party system is even operate. That's how it works. That should be an issue. Because the only thing black folk gonna be doing is voting to get Trump out of office. That's what's gonna drive the vote for black folk, not tangibles. Not a black agenda. No. They're going to be voting anti-Republican as usual. That's just going to be what it is. To expect something different is you choosing to be ignorant. There are some very intelligent people that support the ADOS, the movement, the lineage. If somebody corrected me when I said movement, whatever, lineage, fine. Very intelligent people that support that. Very. But that's not what people going to be voting for. They're going to be voting to get away from Trump, thinking that that even matters, thinking that they even put Trump in office. You can't even get people to understand how the goddamn electoral college votes work. Y'all talking about tangibles? Y'all think black folk going to require tangibles of politicians? No. Until everybody in this decides that the minds of black people matters, because that's what it's going to come down to. The mentality, the mental state of black people in America. Whether you want to pull out the ADOS, that's fine. Pull them out. But there are many ADOS that don't even want to be a part of no ADOS, or don't even want to be put in that category at all. They don't give a fuck about that. Because when we're dealing specifically with the American descendants of slavery, you got to go convince somebody that they're even an American descendant of a slave, that even matters. That's the work you got to do first. First, there's that. But most black people only caring about white Jesus, religion. That's what their concern is. Not my fault. It was like this when I got here. Nothing's been done about that. Black folk gonna be running down to the polls, voting for Democrats. Whoever the Democratic Party is, that's what it is. And still praying for white Jesus to come help lift the situation of this system being completely against them in every way. Not just in the, as far as the system owing American descendants of slave reparations, completely. You got to deal with the minds of these 50 million black folk over here. That's the mission, in my opinion. That's the mission that we keep forgetting about. We want to keep jumping to step 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 first. It ain't gonna work like that. I see somebody say, not everybody can be saved, Rob. I know that. I know not everybody can be saved. But there's 50 million of us. And I would argue that only 500,000 of us actually give a fuck. So we're not dealing with, you can't keep saying everybody can't be saved. I know that. But we're going to need more than what we got. You thinking that you about to get a small group of black folk, and it's not gonna work like that. It's not gonna work. Oh, it would have been worked by now. We've been had small groups of woke, so-called woke and conscious black folk. We've been had that. That ain't new. It's been small little groups of woke black folk scattered throughout history. Been the same way. And every single time, most black people don't give a fuck. Most, and I'm talking about most. I'm talking about, we looking at it, again, like I said, there's about 50 million. I'm talking about like 49 million of them don't give a fuck. We need more numbers than that. Even if we're dealing with 10, 15 million. That's still a small group. 10 million out of 50 million, that's still small. That's 20%. We can't even get 20% because nobody wants to deal with this part. Everybody want to go to step 5. If we do not deal with the mentality of black folk, which is why I talk about parents being so important, pass this mentality down to our children. This is why that's one of the focal points of mine here on this channel. My main focal point, actually, my mission is for black children to be raised with some consciousness about them or some wokeness about them as to who they are and what they are, the situation that they're in. Because demanding politicians to come and, grant reparations, no. Thinking that your black vote matters. Donald Trump wouldn't be president if your vote mattered. And this is what I said. I'm going to say this. Because we're going to go segue into Amanda Seales. A goddamn agent of some sort, if you ask me. I've came out and checked Amanda Seales on several things that she said that I don't agree with. I'm going to play this clip from Instagram. I put it up on Instagram. I'm going to show y'all the ignorance of even the smart, the so-called woke black folk. Listen to this shit. We don't understand. Clearly, we don't understand. Because if voting was real, Donald Trump would not be president. But I'm going to continue that conversation. Let's listen to this clip from her as she blames black men for Donald Trump being president. This y'all's girl, Amanda.
Y'all really over here talking about Jesse's possible lies set us back as if R. Kelly is still not walking around free. I want to get to a place of understanding of just like, what do y'all really think all this is? You think one actor coming up with a story that if false is problematic, you think that set us back? No. What set us back is the fact that not enough black men came out to vote, and therefore we got this fucking ass president in office.
Oh, really?
What sets us back is the coons who allow for policies to be y'all really over.
Now, again, this y'all's girl Amanda Seales. This is one of the black people y'all actually respect. Y'all uphold her as some in high regard. Not saying y'all specifically, but black people in general. Amanda Seales. She just said what set us back is not enough black men came out to vote, and that's how we got Donald Trump. Do you understand how ignorant that is? This is not only the opinion of just Amanda Seales. This is the opinion of so many black people. When I see these fucking comments And they talking about run out here and vote. Run out here and vote. Y'all didn't vote last time. That's why we got Donald Trump. Aren't y'all tired of black people being blamed for the goddamn president when we're not the represented on the electoral college at all? When y'all gonna be tired of that shit? Black folk being blamed for Donald Trump. Even though it is public record that this motherfucker lost the popular vote by 3 million votes. Y'all still letting other black people shame you in comments. They sure didn't go out there and vote. Yes, you did. Yes, black folk did. They went out and voted Democrat like they always do. And y'all still gonna let these motherfuckers tell y'all that y'all not voting? Y'all not voting enough? Y'all allow these same fucking speaking points every time voting comes up. Y'all let Oprah get on TV and shame y'all. All these black celebrities get on TV and shame y'all. And y'all say nothing. We sure didn't. Ignorance. Ignorance. Y'all let them use these same fucking tactics every year. Whoever the president is or is not is the fault of black people in this country. Every year. Y'all ain't voting enough. Michelle Obama come out here telling y'all to go vote. And like they wanted y'all to, you went and voted Democrat. Donald Trump lost the popular vote by 3 million votes. You still don't know who is on your electoral college. Amanda Seals get to come out here and blame black men, specifically just black men now. Watch out for motherfuckers like this. This feminist, the feminist agenda. What they don't call toxic femininity should be, but ain't nothing toxic but masculinity. We understand it now in this society, and we perpetuate this propaganda. Nothing's toxic but masculinity. Nothing else. Straight black men, toxic, nobody else, nothing else. I ain't even never heard nobody call goddamn white supremacy and racism toxic. They don't even call that toxic. Only straight black men, toxic. The only thing ever that they ever call toxic. Y'all don't see nothing wrong with that. That's been able to work. And then you got black folk that sit around talking about some goddamn toxic masculinity. But racism ain't toxic to nobody. The white man and his mama, the shit that they do, not toxic. Nothing ever been fucking toxic in this country but black, straight black masculinity, nothing else. Isn't that interesting? As this black woman, or so-called, she identifies herself as black, come out here and blame black men specifically for the goddamn vote, for Donald Trump being president. She didn't blame the Electoral College, which is the only people that should be blamed. If somebody gonna blame anybody, it's these motherfucking white folk that's sitting up in the only representing you on the Electoral College. These are the only people that should be blamed. I don't even think this one said, this caption reads, "You blame black men for Trump, but not white women." That's what the caption reads when somebody posted this. This type of black man versus black woman agenda has been going on for decades now, still going on. You got motherfuckers like her coming out here saying this type of stupid ass shit and still garnering black support. How? If y'all gonna be requiring that politicians have black agendas, be pro-black, essentially, why don't you require that from everybody you fucking support? Because this shit goes deeper than just politics. Shouldn't nobody even have black support when they're running around here saying stupid ass shit like that? They don't take the time to use your platform to inform the people about the Electoral College. The propaganda machine is waged against black people every year around voting time as we're guilted into the fact that we didn't show up at the polls. That's propaganda. Because we are showing up at the goddamn polls. And we voting Democrat every goddamn time. That's what we're always doing. Y'all keep letting this shit work though. Calling me crazy again. Years I've been called crazy for years. I'm tripping. I'm extra. I'm all this type of different shit. But now all of a sudden, the shit I've been saying for years, other motherfuckers saying it now. They're not fully saying it. They kind of they give me little pieces because again, y'all gonna be setting this election out. ADOS. Y'all gonna set this one out. If you think you're not, then you're mistaken already. That is as smart as you may perceive that you are, you ain't paying attention. You will be sitting this election out. Same way I've been told y'all to sit it out. As you should sit it out, since nobody's dealing with the system of white supremacy at all. Because to me, even the conversation about reparations ain't good enough for me. That's just me. But that's been me the whole time. Right now, y'all on reparations, and I get that. But at some point, I hope that y'all grow out and to be where I am with this shit. If you're not gonna deal with this racist ass system, it's corruption, it's blatant targeting of black people, then fuck you and fuck voting for you, fuck what you're talking about. We have nothing to discuss. We have nothing in common. That's where I am. I've been there for years. Y'all working y'all way. Y'all at reparations right now. So hopefully y'all work y'all way up. I really hope that. I really do. Because if a motherfucker is scared to utter the words white supremacy, then they can't deal with the system. They can't deal with the corruption. They can't deal with every level of the corruption. They can admit that slavery existed. Because that's the reparation argument. All they have to do is admit that slavery existed. Free labor existed. That's okay, slavery existed. I require more than that. The system that was in place when y'all freed the slaves is still out here running a goddamn muck. Y'all have an entire government set up around your motherfucking racism. When are you gonna have a problem with that? If you don't have a problem with that, I'm not voting for you. I don't even got nothing to say to you. We're gonna move on. We gonna move the fuck on. Hold on. Because I know, again, I'm not the guy. Don't nobody really want to listen to what the fuck I'm talking about. Right now, we're at reparations. We'll be here. And at some point, I hope we grow to the point where, well, motherfucker, if you're not dealing with this corrupt ass system, I don't got nothing to say to you. I don't care what you're talking about. Hopefully we grow to that point. I really hope we do. This election, ADOS, that's what you identify as. That's the movement. That's the lineage. You will be sitting this one out. I guarantee you that. And guess what's going to happen on the next one? You'll be sitting that one out too. And then you're going to notice a pattern of you sitting all these motherfucking elections out. You'll notice a pattern in that. And then hopefully you realize exactly what's going on here. Hopefully. Hopefully. Let me read some of y'all comments before I get on this motherfucking Oscar shit. We'll take an intermission for some of y'all's comments per the subject matter that we've discussed thus far. If you want to tell me I'm crazy, that's fine. You can do that now. You won't be blocked for that or anything like that. You can tell me I'm crazy. I'm, disagree with me, whatever points you may disagree with. That's fine. You can do that now. Before we get into Spike leading them, because we're gonna get into that next. So I'll take some time to deal with y'all's comments. I'm getting a lot of let me see. Okay. Jennifer Jennifer Arbuckle. What does it look like to you? Reparations, that is, as a white person, I need to be educated. Oh Lord. Oh shit. Oh man. As a white person, you need to be educated. Reparations to me looks like land, looks like resources, almost looks exactly like what they were doing for the Europeans when they were coming into this country, as they was handing out land all over the motherfucking place. It looks something similar to that. They was handing out land and money and equipment to be functional on that land and an ability to build wealth on that land. It would look very similar to how the European immigrant, which that's what the fuck the European is, it will look very similar to how, and all this love they showing to these goddamn immigrants, the European immigrant in particular. It will look something very similar to that. So if you have any knowledge of history and the way that this land was chopped up for the European immigrant, it looks something like that. So you can kind of mirror, when we talk about reparations, look at the European immigrant, what they got, the land they got, the money and resources they got to build wealth as they were left alone, not terrorized by the KKK, not forced to go into the back door, as they were just left alone, minding their own business, not having their cities bombed on. It looks like that. Give me some land. You can give me fiat currency too, because damn sure you owe us trillions. So you can run that too and leave us the fuck alone, away from your goddamn terrorism. It will look something like that for me. And again, I'm not the spokesman for the ADOS. I'm not the guy. But for me, that's what it looks like. Very similar to the European immigrant and what they got. Just in case you need something to compare it to. It looks just like that. And that's even for, there are many black people as well that are against reparations. I don't see how a black person could consciously be against reparations in any type of in any form. I don't understand that. I don't get that. Shia says if the only result of ADOS is more black people not voting, I can't be mad at that. For that reason alone is why I don't speak negatively about it. Well, that's what's up. But again, I've been telling y'all black folk not to vote way before ADOS was even a thing. Way before that. I told y'all black folk don't even pay nobody no attention, and they're not dealing with white supremacy as a system. And they're not going to deal with that as a system, nothing. Don't pay them no attention at all. But if ADOS gets more black people to sit their asses down, then fine. But I really don't believe that out of the 50 million of us that's here, ADOS has enough of that chunk of those people in those people's minds that's going to cause a mass no black vote at all, motherfucker, type of movement, which I think would be powerful. No black vote at all. Tia Smith says, according to the whites, the Irish were enslaved, even though they were really indentured servants. Totally different agenda than slavery. Absolutely. And then you got to look at the amount of time. The amount of time. We're talking about 260 years. No one went through that for 260. No, nobody else. Anybody trying to compare anything that they're... I had a motherfucker, I've argued with Italians about this shit. I've argued with the would-be Irish, which white, you still arguing with white motherfuckers. You argue with these people about this shit, and I used to would take the time to argue with them. But now all you gotta do is throw up 260. Nobody else. Nobody else. 260. Free labor. 2.5 centuries. Nobody else. The treatment. Being convinced that you're not even human because you're black. You can't read. You be killed for that. Can't read shit but that Bible. And I see why they did that. When I talk to black people right now, I understand that plan. Only read this. This is why black folks sit around forgiving white people all the goddamn time. Don't want to hold white folk accountable ever. Nobody else went through that. Rape. Daddy here, mom over there, kids sent over there. Nobody else. You hear a white motherfucker talking about the Irish, then it's a waste of time to even talk to them. You hear a white motherfucker talking about what the Italians went through, it's no point in even talking to them. At all. Nubian Khaleesi says no, Rod. I was talking about chattel slavery. My part 260 of chattel slavery. Are y'all telling me I'm tripping about that? Because I understand new slavery. Okay. Well, hell, even if you want to say 400 years, it's whatever number you use, nobody else went through that but you. Y'all say I'm tripping for the 260, then fine. If you want to say 464, that's fine. Whatever number you want to use, that's fine with me. I don't 464 then. If that's a better number. But couldn't nobody even fuck with you with 260, and can't nobody fuck with you on 460. Can't nobody fuck with you on any of this shit. As this country amassed wealth out the blood of our ancestors. That's all it is to it. Don't let no white motherfucker, I don't care who they are, I don't care if they call themselves a goddamn ally, I don't care if they call themselves non-racist. When they start talking like that, then they're ignorant as fuck, and they're choosing to be ignorant because nobody else went through on this land what black folk went through on this land. Nobody. No form of slavery like this. An entire system built because of the color of your skin. Nobody else. It's not even comparable. And if anybody is trying to use that, then they're not your motherfucking ally. At all. I don't give a damn if it's... I even hear black people say this shit. Well, white folk, they went through slavery too. Treason. To me, that's treason. That's that coon shit. Sharana Antoinette says our focus is all over the place. I think the main objective is to have Black unity first and foremost. Instead, we're trying to eradicate homosexuality, interracial dating, and not building structure. I completely agree. That's why you don't see me over here. I'm only dealing with the parents raising Black kids that understand the importance of unity, because we're not being raised with those principles very early on. We're being given a Bible. That's my biggest issue. We're not raising our kids with principles, we're giving them a Bible. That's why that's why those aren't my focus topics. But when you talk about unity and Black unity, Black people will make it seem it's an impossible thing. They'll say shit like, well, you can't save everybody. Which I do agree with. But these are the counterpoints for you talking about unity, for making that important. Well, we don't need them all, Rob. Well, what about some? Like, we can't even get some, let alone all. We can't even get some. We can't even get most. Jay Powell says, Brother Reza, Islam is on the come up of becoming a leader for real, for real. That's what's up. I think Brother Reza is a smart brother. I hope he's able to shake the indoctrination of religion that gives him his structure. I hope he's able to do that at some point. But I do think he's an intelligent brother. As Roger says, our self-esteem is too low. We're looking for anything to latch into that reminds us less about how Black. I think you might have left off some words, Miss Rogers. It's okay. I get what you're saying, though. Our self-esteem is very low, but self-esteem is something that we like to believe that, it just falls like you born with self-esteem. No, it's built. Self-esteem is built. It is built via your direct custodial parents and your community. That's how self-esteem is built. That's how it works. And that's not what we focused on. All right, let me segue into, let me get this Oscar shit out the way. I'm going to get this Oscar shit out of the way. And then we're going to get into, I'll go back to taking comments. There's been so much bullshit going on. Now, here's what I did. Now, with the Oscars, with the way that this technology is set up, you don't have to watch the Oscars to know what the fuck went on. I didn't have to watch to know what went on, know who won, know what they won, and all this shit. Of course, the first thing that I saw on the day, I think it was the day after the Oscars, is I see motherfucking Spike Lee straddling a standing Samuel Jackson because he won an Oscar for the movie Black Klansman. Now I went and some of these awards that were won. Regina King won for Best Supporting Actress in If Beale Street Could Talk. I went and I watched both of these movies. A couple days ago, I said, well, God damn it, now I'm gonna sit and watch these movies. I watched If Beale Street Could Talk. I was trying to see what movies grants awards to Black folk. If Bill Street Could Talk was lackluster to me, as well as Black Klansman. Somebody said Green Book. I actually sit and watch Green Book too. I watched Green Book before the awards came out. I actually thought it was going to be a good movie. I was just very disappointed in the Green Book. Very disappointed in the Green Book. But I didn't say anything. I didn't come out and make a video because motherfuckers always say, Rob, you negative about everything. I can't. It's like I can't do shit. Y'all motherfuckers always telling me I'm crazy. I'm negative. So I didn't say anything about the Green Book. Disappointed in the Green Book. Didn't appreciate the Green Book like I thought I would. And I should have known when I saw a white man in there, I wouldn't be impressed. True Jim says Beale Street was excellent. Well, we have different barometers as far as what's good movies to us. I didn't appreciate Beale Street for one reason alone, is that I'll sit here and I watch this whole movie. We're gonna get back to Spike Lee, but I watched this whole movie trying to figure out when the fuck they were going to make an issue of the racist ass white cop that approached them in this store when the white man was messing with the black woman who had a black man who was her lover. The motherfucker was racist as hell then. Instead, they wanted to go to Puerto Rico and get some bitches that falsely gave a false testimony as per rape of a black man. They wanted to do and make that the focus. I would have focused on the racism of the goddamn cop. Once I saw the cop that they saw, I'm like, well, why wouldn't that be the focus of the investigation? Is this cop is fucking racist as hell? This is why they picked this black man up. That would have been my focus. Now, what Beale Street does do is it ends realistically. Black man stayed in prison. His son born out in the world, being raised by the mom alone while the black man was in prison. Child being brought up to the prison to see the dad periodically. That's real. So many black men in prison based on false goddamn charges brought up with these white bitches that run around out here, these racist ass white hoes running around out here that they continue to want to fuck for whatever reason. I don't fully understand it. Still. And these white motherfucking cops, racist ass cops that sit around out here capturing the low-hanging fruit. He opted to plea on the charge of rape. That's another game that this system plays. The plea bargain. Take this charge. Him and his homeboy. He had a homeboy in the movie that said he took a plea too to stealing a car. When he had some marijuana on, he said he didn't know how to drive a car. I wish that we weren't so, I don't want to say ignorant to law, but I wish that we went about things a little bit differently. Taking these pleas. When we ain't did shit, just scared. Taking pleas. Got black lawyers out here. Y'all said that was important. Got black judges out here. Y'all said that was important. This shit ain't mattering at all as far as the filling of the privatized prison complex with black bodies, and particularly black men. That was I had an issue with Beale Street with that. I didn't understand. Like this the cop, the same cop that found this black man that just picked him up. He had a racist goddamn encounter with him at a store prior to his arrest. And a white bitch had to come out there and tell the white cop, no, they good. They always shop here. I would have went and found her. Like, you remember the racist motherfucker was trying to take me down, and now he done went and said I done raped the motherfucker. That would have been my focus, but they didn't do that. Spike Lee won for Black Klansman. I watched it the other day. Unimpressed by Black Klansman. Not knocking anybody that was impressed by it. But I was very unimpressed with Black Klansman. Here you have a black man who calls himself infiltrating the Ku Klux Klan. Denzel Washington's son played the black man that infiltrated. He used his voice, and it was a white man who went and acted out and kind of infiltrated the Ku Klux Klan. That's what he did. Spent this whole movie straddling the fence. Didn't know what side of black to be on. He was with a black woman in the movie who was all about pro-black. Ain't no half-stepping. I don't fuck with the pig. I don't fuck with any of that. The black woman was stronger than him in the movie. Now, he wanted to, have a relationship with her, but once she found out he was a cop, she said, fuck that shit. She couldn't be with him like that. But the black man in that movie spent this time straddling the fence, and he was surrounded by, he was the first black cop to work for a police district in Colorado. So he's having to deal with racism and suck the racism up, which is something that I don't fully like. I'm not going to go anywhere. And I can't, this is me speaking to where I live now. I'm not going to enter into a situation where you're going to basically tell me, well, these black folk or these white folks going to be racist towards you. Can you deal with that without beating their ass? Mad love, Mortal. Appreciate the love, brother. Can you deal with that? No. Can you deal with me beating their ass and understanding why I beat their ass? Not, I'm going to let them call me a nigger whenever they get ready, and it's just the work. They all white. They don't know no better. They can't do anything about it. Yeah. No. Couldn't be me. But he was straddling the fence the whole time. And at the end of the movie, it goes into like, it deals with the Charleston, the shit happened with Charleston and all that shit. It's just like, man. Okay, but Spike Lee wins an award for this movie. He's very happy that he finally got the white acceptance that he's been wanting. Because that's all these award shows are. Doesn't matter whether it's Oscars, Emmys. They're just white folk accepting black folk and black folk being excited about it. So much so that the first thing they get up there and do is thank God. We don't even understand how powerful that is. How powerful we're showing. Now, I ain't going to say that it's powerful in itself, but the amount of low self-esteem that we have, we don't even understand we're showing it as soon as we get up there. The first thing we do is thank God that white folk finally paid us attention. Now, again, back in my earlier day, this wasn't something I even paid attention to. Now I look at it. I like to thank God. So wait. You're thanking God that white folk finally paid you some attention and give you some type of recognition. That's what you're thanking God for. That's what you've been praying for your whole life. White approval in the form of a fucking statue. That's what you're telling me? Just what we sit and watch? We give standing ovations to these speeches? These motherfuckers be up there crying and shit. Getting white approval. Because that's everything to black people. You got the money. You got your couple dollars. Got your mama out the hood and went and bought you a big house. But you cry and thank God for white approval. That's a problem. To me, again, I'm always called extra. So this may be something, one of those extra moments that I'm having, Spike Lee jumps up in Samuel Jackson's lap. Now, Spike Lee's supposed to be some pro-black woke director and shit like that. This is what they, And to me, Spike Lee, especially being in the situation that he's in, it would have been more powerful for him to get up there and say, well, this is nice, but y'all didn't give me shit for Malcolm X, and it was a much better movie than Black Klansman. Because, you already won. Ain't like they can take it away from you, so you can get up there and say whatever the fuck you want. Fuck y'all. Maybe not say fuck y'all, but essentially something along the lines of, man, fuck y'all. I've been doing this shit for goddamn decades, and y'all give me an award for Black Klansman? leave the award on the motherfucking stage, walk off. To me, that's power. To me, that would have been powerful. But that ain't what we do. Even the woke ones. That's not what we do. Here's what the big story was as per the Oscars. You have a black man named Billy Porter. This was the talk of the goddamn town right here. Billy motherfucking Porter decides to show up in a tuxedo gown, black, and black folk lost their goddamn mind. Now, listen, I'm going to have a different opinion than many black people that probably talked about this. So y'all, you want to go ahead and be mad at me, that's fine. Black folk were saying that this is what they're calling the emasculation, the feminizing of the black man. The only reason I disagree with that, the only reason I disagree is because this man is a full-blown homosexual. His mate is a white man. We're going to talk about what Jada said about him in a minute. We're going to deal with her ass. The only reason that I said that this isn't about a feminizing of the black, this man is gay. He's gay. Now, the so-called straight black men that go around here doing feminine ass bullshit, doing little gay shit, those images, those people, I would say they're feminizing the masculine image of the black man, not a gay dude. I ain't gonna hang that on this Billy Porter. He just gay. And the image of him, of a gay man, is not, affecting my masculinity personally. I don't see him. I don't think it's going to affect any little boy. Like, if you got a little 5-year-old boy that aspires to wear dresses, and well, then you already lost anyway. That's probably what he's going to do at some point. But a masculine young man isn't going to see Billy Porter in this bullshit ass get up and say, damn, that's what I want to do when I grow up. It's just not going to happen like that. To me, this isn't the example. This is the example. I guess this would be an example of a homosexual black male. Now, how black people responded to this. Problematic. It will be the famous black people. Jada Pinkett Smith, for example. We're going to deal with her here about this. Because, again, my son wouldn't see this and be like, oh, shit, I'm going to wear me a dress now. Not going to happen. Those are desires of my kids. This is a homosexual black man. He's a homosexual. If he had a wife and was doing this shit, then I'm like, okay, well, look, hold on now. Motherfuckers. Hold the hell on. Fuck you mean. You see? When y'all let these rappers claim that they straight and do all this gay shit, them be my issues. To me, that's the agenda. Now you telling me you straight, but your jeans is skinny, your nails is painted, you got on a blouse, and you got a girlfriend. You straight. They're my problems. You see, if that makes any sense. Jada Pickett Smith, on this picture, she posted this picture on her Instagram. She says, "This is how you shut down a red carpet. He should just get best dressed woman and best dressed man of all time." I'll do it again. "This is how you shut down a red carpet. He should get best dressed woman and best dressed man of all time." Why the fuck would you come out here and insult heterosexual black men, insult heterosexual black women as a whole, and say that a man should get best dressed man and woman of all time? If you think that he's the best dressed homosexual you ever seen, then say that. Best dressed man and woman of all time? Jada? Is it because of your son? Is that what got you a little skewed on? Is it because of Will and Dwayne Martin's relationship? Is that what got you a little not understanding how that's a fucking ridiculous thing to say? And the amount of black people that agree with her is even more disgusting to say. The amount of black people that liked this motherfucking bullshit ass post. Again, it's never the one ignorant black person that says something. It's the multitudes that come through to agree with it that bothers me the most. What the fuck do you mean best dressed man and woman of all time for this bullshit ass tuxedo, velvet gown, black dress? That ain't even, it ain't even all that. Fuck you talking about? This grown ass man up here, full blown goatee, in a goddamn tuxedo dress. On some, what is that velvet shit? Some of y'all might not. What is that velvet? What the fuck movie was that? What is that velvet? What? Some movie. I think it was Eddie Murphy movie. I don't know. You telling me this the best, greatest thing you've ever seen? And you insult an entire body of men and women, black men and women, over this? And this what y'all black folk agreeing with? Somebody said it was Coming to America. Okay. It was actually this, actually, now that y'all, exactly, if it was Coming to America, this is exactly where the shirt came from. So we all, actually, we done came back full circle. Really. Yeah. We done came back full circle. The royal penis is clean, your highness. But we done did this we done full circle this shit. And I didn't even know it was going to happen like that, really. But this is like, this is what we allow to happen. And then she says on another post, it says, "Thank you at the Billy Porter for saving Black History Month." Same picture, him in a dress. Same picture. Says, "Thank you for saving Black History Month." Like, what? A homosexual black male in a, what is that, velvet tuxedo dress saved Black History Month. Not only can she say this, because she's just one. She's Scientology, her and Will, you know, they own some old other shit. got him a show, the red carpet. She got a show on Facebook. Will got a new show called The Bucket List. He about to start on Facebook. Y'all love Will Smith. To me, this is Will Smith's failure right here. If you ask me. If you ask me, if this is Will Smith's wife, then this is Will Smith's failure. All this happy-go-lucky, running around here, this is his failure. If your wife can come out here and say shit like this. Now, y'all know y'all love Will. I get that. But I mean, come on, man. This your wife. This happened on your watch. I remember one time Jada and Will was boycotting some award show because they didn't vote him in, or it was talking about something about white folk running the shit, which I know that's why so many black people won this year. And I was able to see that when I saw the black people win. I'm like, wait a minute. Y'all just said the Oscars was so white last year. Y'all was mad. So now they gonna come in and appease y'all, give y'all some awards, and make y'all go sit y'all black asses down somewhere. That's really what this shit was all about. Truth be told. A lot of people was talking about black excellence. No, this is white excellence. The fact that y'all still running down there, goddamn, asking these motherfuckers to approve your work. That's white excellence. Actually, not black excellence. I know y'all don't want to deal with that. That's negative, whatever. The Oscars and the fact that black people show up every year to be validated by these white folk is white excellence. Showing itself. And y'all want to come out here and hashtag black excellence, but it's not. Then you got Jada Pinkett out here saying any goddamn thing she want to. This black homosexual man in this dress saved Black History Month. How? Nobody asked her how. Dislikes. Just a whole bunch of likes. Wait, Jada, how? What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? There is not one award show, one red carpet that signifies black excellence. None. I don't know. I don't understand how we continue to try to boost our confidence by saying shit that ain't real. I disagree with that. I understand that we are people who have low self-esteem and we like catapulting ourselves up and calling everything black excellence. But there is no way you're attending a white awards ceremony and any part of it is black excellence. None of it. You got one of the arguably greatest, what people would say, one of the greatest black directors in the game, and his defining moment was winning an award, winning an Oscar for Black Klansman. Had a chance to make a powerful statement, didn't. I told people when that movie was even being premiered, I gave my commentary on it. I didn't even like the goddamn preview. I only went and watched it because I needed to see what the fuck was going on, what they gave me the award for, you know. I only went to watch it to see what was going on. And they gave him an award for that shit. And that's his defining moment in his life. Black people, this is the mentality we have to break. This ain't just in Hollywood. This is on the ground level, us amongst us regular black folk. This is the mentality that we have. We are so excited when black or white people acknowledge us, when white people give us awards, when white people say, well, you did a good work. That's the only time we feel validated. That's something our shit's fucked up right here. That's something we're gonna have to deal with at some point. Letting Jada Pinkett Smith come out here and say this bullshit and don't nobody even say nothing. They just keep supporting. Talking about some yes. What? Something's wrong with our people out here. They was calling Spike Lee jumping up on Samuel Jackson like that. Black boy joy. What? Black boy joy? Hashtag? Grown ass man. What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck do y'all be saying? Y'all, it's like we done got to the point now that we want to see positivity in everything, even if it's some coon shit, even if it's some ridiculous shit. We just want to say shit. Hashtag every goddamn thing. What the fuck is a grown man in another grown man's lap? Black boy joy. You that happy? You forgot you damn near 60 years old? White people accepting you took you back to your childhood? How powerful is that? How powerful is that? That white folk accepting you brings you joy. So much so you can jump in another grown man's lap. Boy, I don't get it. I don't get it. Black men should be able to express themselves. They always repressing their emotions. This is the example you use for that? They don't never get to just enjoy themselves. Do you think I aspire to enjoy myself by jumping in another grown man's arms? This is the enjoyment that I'm missing out on my life. I'm repressing this, and this is what leads to this toxic masculinity because I can't express myself by jumping up in grown other black men's laps. This is the type of dumb shit that black people will say. This is beautiful. This is what black men need. They need to be able to touch each other. This is the bullshit I gotta read. This is what's holding black men back. We would all love to jump in and embrace each other, you know, and hold each other. And because we don't do that, that's causing us that's having adverse effects on us. This is what the fuck black masculinity is holding true black masculinity back. Is that we don't get to run around touching each other and jumping all on each other. Crying on each other's shoulders. If you disagree with any of this shit, you're toxic. It's some bullshit. Let me get back to y'all's comments. Let me get back to y'all's comments. If you have any comments, I'll be taking comments here now. I'm done. I'm done with these motherfuckers, man. I know that black folk gon', you know. What's up, Goddess Ayana? Let me see what you say. Can I get a quick recap on your views on Amanda Seales? Amanda Seales is a feminist, black man versus black woman agent that's out here saying ridiculous fucking bullshit. And she's not being checked by enough of us for her to realize what she's saying is motherfucking ridiculous. Her coon ass rhetoric is getting a pass. And that's our motherfucking fault because nobody's checking her on it. I do remember that you had got into it with her, but not enough of us have been checking her because she's been saying some coon shit for a while. And when she said some coon shit, I'll post about it on my Instagram page. But not enough of us are even checking her and seeing and reading her for what she is. So therefore, she can come out here and do it again and again. Like we allow all these coons to run amok. Excuse me. We allow all these coons to run amok like that. And that's our fault, essentially. But Amanda Seales, I don't fuck with her at all. But I have never fucked with her. This is one of the black people I told y'all not to fuck with. It just so happens, don't nobody listen to me. Which is another thing that I think I need to come out with some, that's going to be like my bottom line on my videos as well. You know, don't nobody really listen to me any goddamn way. So I just be talking like a motherfucker and being right as fuck, you know. But that ain't meant nothing to black folk thus far, you know. It is what it is. I've been told y'all. I even sit and I watched her stand-up special. Came on HBO. It's called I Be Knowing. I be knowing. When her ass don't be knowing a goddamn thing whatsoever. She done took on this feminist rhetoric and somehow believed that, you know, this is the place she should be in. She's bringing unity by bringing these, you know. It's just, people should have been saw the game, and the shit is not funny. I seen her do stand-up. Shit's not funny to me at all. Not funny. But I figure if I'm going to judge people and chastise them for some of their works, I need to watch some of it. I do. I need to watch some of it and see what the fuck they're talking about. And she's not funny as far as a stand-up comedian to me. I've never seen her in an acting role. I watched an interview of hers on the Breakfast Club as well, which is where I learned about the stand-up special. She said some real suspect shit on the Breakfast Club. And motherfuckers be letting her ride. She get to skip through this motherfucker. And I don't know why she's able to do that. It was on that show that she accused some black man of harassing her. I think that's what you called her out on. You know, it's just like, it is what it is. Adrienne OG says Amanda Seales like to disable her comment section. She don't want to be checked. Well, y'all could always unfollow her. Y'all could always do that. That's what black folk could do that. But we haven't got to that level that we can do something like that yet. If she looks on her following and now it's all white folk, she'll probably be like, why is this happening? And then we'll see a video about that. And then when she come out and asks, like, hey, what happened to all my black supporters? Well, since you asked, bitch, here we go. Yeah. We could do that. Guys, she said she lied on Tariq. I don't know anything about that, but Tariq be lying on me, so I can't really, say anything about that. Tariq spends his time, he spent some time lying on me. So I can't really, say much about that. Sir Joe says she has always had a difficult time finding her place in Black culture. I mean, as she should. I don't think she done found it yet. She don't need to have a place at all. Epidemic Beat says she runs with Issa Rae. Should be no surprise. In fact, she's on her show Insecure. Okay, well, I didn't know that. I didn't know she was down with Issa, who believes that Black women should be going around fucking Asian men. And then gonna put a whole show out chronicling the life of a homosexual Black man. I'm not down with Issa Rae at all. I'm not down with that at all. So it makes sense though. She runs with Issa, her talking points, and if Issa's her friend and she ain't checking her on any of this shit, I mean, she literally came out her mouth and said Black men are responsible for Donald Trump being president. If ain't nobody, if you got Black folk around you and they're not checking you on that, then they just as big as coons as you are. In my opinion, Somebody said she tried to rap. She tried to enter the hip hop game many years ago. What's up? Why I gotta throw my vape out, mortal? Why I gotta throw my vape out? Why I got to throw my vape out, man? Miss Miller says that's why I don't watch her show anymore. Every time I finally find a show that I semi-like, they go and do some bullshit. It happens all the time. Happens all the time. It's very hard. It's difficult to find a show that just, it's very difficult to find a show that you can just really watch. It's a good show. It's hard. That continues to be good, very difficult. Even when the writer is Black. I got into a debate with some people today about fucking the Boondocks on Instagram. Motherfuckers mad because I said Aaron Magruder is a sellout or sold out. Motherfuckers was mad as hell at me for that. I'm like, God damn, I don't understand. Like, it be people that be mad at the truth, and I think that a lot of times we like people so much that we don't want to call them what it is. We don't want to call them what it is. But I mean, I love the fucking Boondock Show. Season 1 through 3, I got it. Got them. We'll still go watch them randomly whenever I get ready. But Aaron still sold it out. Mortal says vape is the new cancer. Right. Okay. I mean, who told you that? Was it the tobacco industry? I saw a commercial. I was in some fucking restaurant. I saw a commercial. It said that it was a tobacco industry propaganda ad. Said that vapes, if you smoke vapes, you're 10 times more likely to smoke cigarettes. And I was like, oh, the tobacco. And I saw who did it. I'm like, oh, okay, it makes sense. You get your information from the tobacco industry. They really like, come on, come back and smoke these cigarettes. I'm tired of you motherfuckers. I'm tired of y'all smoking these vapes. Come on back to the original cancer and stop bullshitting me now. You're supposed to be smoking 4 packs of these a day. Stop playing games with me now. We got to understand that if you're getting your information from the tobacco industry, you got to see the whole game. If cigarette tobacco sales going down, if the sales is going down and they tie it to vape, then here come the whole vape gonna kill you, motherfucker. I promise you, it's gonna kill you. Like, motherfucker, go sit your ass down somewhere. Go sit down. Lying all the goddamn time, you know. But you gotta be able to see that. I'm not sitting here saying that vape is the way, but y'all motherfuckers eating Doritos. Like, motherfuckers say, put the cigarettes down, man. Nobody like, put the Frito Lays down, nigga. Like, what the fuck you doing with the hot Cheetos? Put the soda down. Like, what are you doing? Chips Ahoy, nigga. Like, you don't really see too many campaigns, you know. Motherfuckers tell you to put the cigarette down, put the vape down, but they're not gonna smack that bag of Doritos out your hand. Like, we gotta just, you know, we're very interesting people. I'll say that. You know, watching us conduct ourselves in certain ways, you know. Drinking Coca-Cola, Sprite, knocking them back, you know, Sprite all day. Fanta, nigga, give me a pineapple Fanta, nigga. You know, like, you don't really see any big, you know, commercials coming out telling you, or Frito-Lay, hot Cheetos is known to cause, you know, you don't really see no true commercials on those goddamn Fritos and Doritos and shit. These goddamn processed ass foods, you don't see no commercials on that, you know. You'll follow somebody vegan page, they may expose it a little bit, but you don't see no full blown out truth commercials about this processed ass food we be eating out here. Damn, Mortal, what's up? Why you had to go buck like that? He said, fuck everyone in chat, but I got personal pics with Aaron Magruder. Sony sold Aaron out. It wasn't Aaron. Boondocks. Okay. This is what people were telling me, that it was the people behind him that sold him out. And I understand that. But my thing was, one, I do feel as though Aaron should have had somebody black coming back his show. That's the flaw that we have as black people. The rich black people, the people y'all admire, the Oprahs, the Tyler Perrys, the Puff Daddies, the Jay-Z's, all these motherfuckers out here that refuse to back something like the Boondocks. First of all, first level. So I don't even blame Aaron selling it out on him. It's the fact that we don't back each other. We refuse to do that. And y'all still hold these black people up on your fucking shoulders and carry them around chanting their name regardless. Y'all don't care. When we have shows like the Boondocks, revolutionary show to me, it should have had black funding. That way, white motherfuckers can't try to control it then. Can they? Because you got black funding for your shit. You see. Y'all keep holding Tyler Perry up for making Madea movies every goddamn year. But y'all don't hold him responsible for letting something like the Boondocks get sold out. Aaron Magruder's issue is, to me, I don't feel like he fought enough. The Boondocks season 4 came out. Now, by this time, Aaron had, you know, they had done kicked him out of there. He went to go work on Black Jesus, which Black Jesus is a trash show to me. I tried to watch a couple episodes of it, but it's trash. But nonetheless, 1 through 3 seasons of Boondocks. Hear me out. Now, again, if you're going to be mad, you're just going to be mad. I don't give a fuck. 1 through 3 seasons of the Boondocks, yours. 4th season, the white man and his mama then did whatever they had to do to you, get you out of there. They produced season 4. Aaron Magruder could have came out and said, y'all do not support season 4. These bitches did me wrong. These motherfuckers wronged me. Fuck that show. Fuck them. I need black backing so we can get the shit going for real. But instead, he goes and make Black Jesus with another white backing. Like, if you make the same mistake 2 times in a row, which I think, again, the Boondocks, think about now, the material the Boondocks will have to use. My God, that shit would be hilarious. Hilarious. But again, Mortal, I understand what you're saying. You said Sony bought season 4 Boondocks well before season 4. That doesn't, how did they buy it? If you don't sell it out, again, you just made my point. Why are you selling your black intellectual property, a show like the Boondocks, revolutionary show that nobody's ever made anything like that before? Why are you selling it to Sony? How does that happen? Now, again, people wanted to be in their feelings about it, but you just said Sony bought season 4 Boondocks well before season 4. Sony can't buy nothing that ain't for sale. I know that for a fact. If it ain't for sale, you can't buy it. It can't be bought. How do you make a show like the Boondocks have all these principles in there? And even the shows he made about the white man and how the white man, I remember this episode where it was a little girl. It was the neighbor, the mixed neighbor or the black neighbor. He got a white wife and his daughter's mixed, and she had a lemonade stand. Some of y'all real Boondock fans will remember this episode. She had a lemonade stand. And for a pony, he came through, revamped her lemonade stand, made her sign a contract, and pimped her out, basically. And she still didn't get that goddamn pony at the end of the day. How you make an episode like that? How are you covering these things? And Sony bought it. To me, again, I can't knock Aaron. To me, the show was revolutionary. But what I can say is he could have not sold that shit out. And if we're not going to be critical of, you know, some of these black people out here that have things like this going on, if you can make a show like this and you can talk about the reality of how the white man moves, visionary, then how you sell your season 4 to the white man and not come out here and do a crowdfunding? I think he could have used crowdfunding to get that shit jumped off. That shit could have took off from the fucking internet with the age that we're in right now. Just like these artists that are coming out right now, these fucking whack-ass mumble rappers that aren't having to sign record deals. It's just, you know, like, it's the same type of shit. And you can exonerate Aaron for giving it up. You can be mad at me for saying anything about it. But if I was his friend, if I had his phone number, I told him the same thing. If I had been there earlier, I'd be like, whoa. We can go to the people real quick. We can go to the people. I didn't even watch season 4. I fuck with Aaron so hard that he didn't even have to tell me to boycott season 4. I boycotted it on my own. Once I found out what happened, I said, fuck season 4. He didn't even have to ask me to. That's how I roll. Oh, they did what? What happened? Okay, well, fuck season 4 then. Because who the fuck wants the white writers trying to... I'm not even going to watch this shit. Do that G-Walk says maybe there was a death threat or something. You never know. Fine. Every time we sell out, we can always say that. That's something that's constantly used, been used against me years and years and years. It's always death threats. Maybe they did. I don't know. I have no idea whether they did or not. But every time we sell out, essentially, you can say that. Well, maybe they made them. They could have threatened them, you know. I don't know. I don't know whether they did or not. But what I do know is I wish he'd have held on to it. He sold it out. And I'm not backing off of that opinion of mine. I don't care who gets mad at it. But black folk, rich black people, could have easily backed him. So he wouldn't have had to do that. He wouldn't have had to do that. All these shows, we talk about, people are talking about living single, and these shows could have had black funding. All these woke Hollywood black people y'all say out here, they could have backed these shows. They don't. They don't do that. More to back them then. What the fuck? How am I going to back them? With what? How am I going to back them? If I was a fucking rich motherfucker, of course I would back them. I backed them with my support, with my viewership, with putting the word out. I was telling everybody about the fucking Boondocks when I saw that shit. I ain't no millionaire motherfucker. You think I... What you think? Type bread you think I got? Get my channel up to 1 million subs, and then goddamn we can talk. Then I'll be making real money. I'll make some money then. Right now I'm making gas money. That's not the argument. Mortal 4486 says Boondocks was fire, bro. When did you hear me say it wasn't? Like what? That's not the argument. That's not what we're talking about. You're not listening. You're being a fan. And typically fans don't listen. You're hearing what you want to hear. I said the show was revolutionary. You putting a fire sign up. It was revolutionary, visionary, prophetic even. Not just a fire, like no. It ain't that serious. I'm done with it. The R. Kelly episode, the Gangstalicious, like that show was a beast. A beast. Yeah, season 4 was trash. Denise, yeah. Season 4 was straight trash. Straight trash. I still put clips of the Boondocks up on my Instagram page now. The one where Uncle Ruckus was talking about where he met with, who was that? White Jesus. That was a White Jesus episode. Where it starts off Uncle Ruckus, his coon ass wake up in heaven or some shit, and he talked about how if you just hate your blackness, Jesus will love you. You can get to Jesus that way. And this is exactly how a lot of Christians think. Most of them. Like that shit is real, man. Oh, you slept then. Fresh ingredient. You slept on it. If you only watch season 1 and a little bit of season 2, up until, like, again, all I watched was the first 3 seasons. I still own those. It is what it is. I still have those, but season 4, once I found out Aaron wasn't a part of it, I said, fuck that show. Period. I didn't have nothing. Season 4, I'm not fucking with it. Linda Galloway says R. Kelly bail $100,000. R. Kelly made bail, if I'm not mistaken. One of his fans, a female fan of his, god damn, I forgot her name. But she came and got R. Kelly the fuck up out of there. That's what she did. And now they are trying to prosecute R. Kelly, I think 10 counts of sexual assault. Said they got something on a VHS tape, something that they've apparently been had. Somebody must have just came out and kind of exposing it now. And R. Kelly is now going back on trial, apparently. They're trying to get his ass. They're trying to get his motherfucking ass. They're not fucking around with R. Kelly right now. R. Kelly is going to become, as Bill Cosby became the face of date rape, essentially, R. Kelly is about to become the face of pedophilia, the face of sexual assault on minors. That'll be R. Kelly's face now. So, we are, we are becoming the face. Actually, they're rebranding us, black men, as the face for all things degenerate and all things criminal. They're rebranding us as such. A lot of us don't see the propaganda behind that, but I do. I see it. And, that they're just coming out doing the same shit. They're coming out, black man, you gonna be the face of all crime. I promise you, you will. And black people are too ignorant to have two conversations when we talk about anything. Even I saw it with the Bill Cosby fiasco. I'm seeing it now with the R. Kelly fiasco. We don't have the ability to deal with both sides of the conversation. We only deal with the one emotional side of the conversation. And that's what we are. And until we're able to have these conversations and stop allowing this media to just do whatever the fuck they want, then we're going to be in the situation where we are going to be the face of all crime. That's just what it is. We're already the face of all thug activity, period. Now we'll get down to, the other types of sexual crimes, because they've been saying that we are born, really, we have a natural inclination to, rape women anyway. That's been what they've been saying. Now they're making us the face of this rape and all types of sexual deviance, and we're not seeing it. It's like we can't say we can't use two sentences about the situation. We could say, well, Bill Cosby ain't worth a fuck, but you motherfuckers ain't worth a damn either. Y'all, I refuse to let y'all try to make us the face of all sexual deviance. R. Kelly ain't worth a fuck, as well as the parents, but nobody really wants to talk about the parents. But nonetheless, R. Kelly ain't worth a fuck, but you still not going to try to make black men the face of all sexual deviance. You're still not going to be able to do that, because we see what the fuck you're doing. You see, it's like we can't, you can't do that. We don't seem to be able to have those conversations. Because if you even say that, well, R. Kelly ain't worth a fuck, but, this media is trying to paint black men as the sexual deviants, then you're going to have a litany of black people come attack you. Not even white people. Black people will come attack you. I can't believe you defending him. And it's like, y'all just... Jesse's ass is going to become the face of false allegations against white people. Now that's going to be something that we black people are always doing. That's what you remember Jesse. They're going to be able to refer back to it every time, because y'all letting this shit happen like that. That's what this is. This is what the power control in the media, that's what it do. And black people haven't been able to tap into our intellect yet enough to see over this shit. We should be able to see past this shit. Yes, R. Kelly ain't worth a fuck. We should also be able to criticize the parents that allowed a lot of this fuckery to happen, his entourage that allowed these things to happen as well, and also criticize this fucking justice system and this media for trying to make black men face the sexual deviance. And you might want to also go talk to that uncle, cousin, grandpa, or whoever in your family that did this shit to you when you was young, and he's sitting right here in your face. And you have paragraphs on what should happen to R. Kelly, how he should be killed. But you got somebody right there in your family that you ain't saying shit to. These are all issues that need to be addressed. But we can't address them. You can't address the issues realistically, because everybody just want to get all in their fucking feelings, and everybody want to be extra about the situation. And to me, it's not about that. Young Black King says, that's why I'm not giving the homie who wore the dress at the Oscars a pass just because he's gay. Because they're going to generalize all black men that who said I gave him a pass? I didn't necessarily give him a pass. He's gay. That's all I said. Gay niggas wear dresses. That's all I said. He could have wore the dress to the Oscars, got his picture taken. Black people lifted him up and put them on their shoulders. Black folk did that. Black women in particular did that. So you give him a pass, not give him a pass, it don't really matter. You got to figure out why the fuck do black women put gay dudes up on their shoulders and carry them around like they're fucking champions. We got to figure that part out. Because it ain't about him. You giving him a pass. He gonna wear that dress whether you give him a pass or not. You can say whatever you want. He gay. He gonna do whatever. He's gay. Like, he don't give a fuck about you giving him no pass. He don't need a pass from you. He gonna be who he is, regardless. We have to figure out why black women put homosexuals up on their shoulders and carry these motherfuckers around like they're champions. Why do black people feel as though we are gaining any type of rights? And that was my whole point. It's almost like we look at the situation like, well, since gay people can be out here and wear dresses, then black people winning. No, that's my issue. We make it seem like, you know, because these homosexual black men can come out here and wear dresses and, you know, do all this other extra shit, that somehow that equals black people winning. That's my problem with it. But he's not responsible for that. Whatever his name is. He's not responsible for that. That's us. That's the word we put out here in the streets. Why do we do that as a people? Why do our women love these gay dudes like that? We got to figure that part out. I think, hell, motherfuckers been doing this shit, man. Jay Wan says, Rob, I didn't even know how to feel about that at all. I was disturbed all over again about that damn dress. And there was an article of him explaining why he wore it, and it just didn't make sense. I wouldn't have been able to read the whole article just to say I'm gay. That's why he would have wore it. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't read a long, drawn out, you gay. That allows you to be able to even wear a dress or to be the woman in the situation or to feel like you're a woman in the situation. Because his white mate looks, he's in regular clothes, and apparently he is the would-be femme or the feminine homosexual in a relationship. That's what would allow it. I don't even have to read him say nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't make himself be the talk of the motherfucking town. Black folk did. And I disagree that homosexuals being able to come out here and be cross-dressers or wear feminine clothes, or, you know, I don't think that has anything to do with the advancement of black people. And that's what I see happening a lot of times with these homosexuals and the things that they do. I disagree with that. Candy Girl says, stop shaming them because it's, wait a minute, hold on. Candy Girl says, stop shaming them because there's a lot of DL black men, but scared to come out because of what y'all say, and they don't want y'all blaming it on a woman. Accept them so they can come out. So now we're being blamed for down low black men? Candy Girl, what the fuck? We just got blamed for Donald Trump being president. We get blamed for all forms of toxic masculinity. We are the face of pedophilia. We are the face of date rape. And now it's our fault if somebody decides to be a down low motherfucker. I can't accept that. I can't. I'm so sorry. I can't let you slide with that bullshit. No. I can't. All somebody got to do if they want to be gay is say, okay, I'm gay. I'm going to go move somewhere to where gay is cool, or just be gay, because black women are most definitely not against homosexuals at all. and they make up the majority of black people. I'm not going to take responsibility for downloads. I can't. I can't do that. Candy Girl says no, but that's what y'all saying. Y'all saying we prop them up. Y'all do. Black women prop up homosexuals. They do. Like that's not that's some campaign or propaganda campaign running against black women. That's not the case. That's just how it is. That doesn't mean that doesn't equal black men are responsible for downloads or black people are responsible for downloads. If you can't deal with your family not accepting you, I never said it was black woman's fault. Here's the problem. Here's where we're getting misunderstood, Miss Candy Girl. Candy Girl, you're saying, but y'all always say it's black women's fault because they hang with them and they gay. That's what y'all say on YouTube. When the fuck did I say that? When? Quote me. I would challenge you to quote me on saying that. I never say it's black women's fault that homosexuals are gay. Why the fuck would that's a ridiculous argument. I've never said that. What I say is black women support homosexual men. They do. That's not a smear campaign. How do you see it as such? And then you doing this y'all shit. I don't know who y'all is. I'm just Rob. Don't start holding me accountable for what everybody else doing, because I've never done it on this channel. I never blame black women for gay men. Black women support homosexual, support the dress. This picture, the women saying, yes, black women. That's just how it is. Jada Pinkett Smith, a black woman, that said he should have won both best dressed man and woman. They support homosexuals. Simple. No propaganda at all. Very simple. Black women support homosexuals. That should make more of these downloads come the fuck out, right? Based on your argument. I don't understand. That's just fact. I don't understand how is that being missed here? Right, J1, an actual homosexual male, a homosexual black man, says, nah, it's not the black woman or anyone's fault. Some men on the DL, it's their fear and avarice within themselves that holds them hostage. That's them. Ain't nobody gonna carry this shit for no downloads. I'll be damned. Should nobody be carrying that shit for them? Black men or women. They gotta carry that shit on their own. Yeah, I think Candy Girl might be trolling at this point. Candy Girl says, I just don't understand why it's being said. It's true. It's a true thing. So I don't understand what the issue is with truth. I'm gonna tell you what's funny about the whole dynamic of black men and women is you can't really say too much because somebody gonna be offended by the actuality. If I sit on here and say, you know, black men are failing leadership, Candy Girl won't say, well, I don't know why that's being said. Or people like Candy Girl wouldn't say, well, why are you saying that, Rob? Since I'm saying it about black men, it'll be fine. You see. Well, no woman come out and say, well, Rob, why the fuck you saying black men are failing the leadership of the community? Why would you even bring that up, Rob? Why is that relevant, Rob? No woman gonna say that. Not going to happen. Not going to happen at all. We have a hard time hearing certain things about, you know, the other side a lot of times. But I'm not the enemy. I can guarantee you that. Y'all know I hold everybody accountable for our fuckery. I hold us accountable the same. And black women out here, them put this motherfucker up on their shoulders and celebrating this man for wearing a dress, and damn it, that's just what they did. Black men put twerkers up on their shoulders and celebrate their accomplishments in life. If a woman can make their ass do like that, black men put them up on their shoulders. I think that's some bullshit as well. You know, we got shit going on out here. It is what it is. But you think a black woman gonna come out, Rob, black men don't be supporting twerkers. No. Won't be said. It won't even matter in which context I say it. We wouldn't be like, damn right they support them hoes, you know. That's all that'll be said. They love them hoes, you know. Won't even matter. I can say it randomly and it won't matter. Won't matter. I'm not lying. I agree. Candy Girl, that's the point I'm making. Candy Girl says, we tell y'all that all the time, don't lie. I agree with that. I'm not going to argue with black women like, black men don't put them twerkers up. Why are you saying that? That's not relevant. I wouldn't do that. Because they do. I'm asking that you be able to do the same thing when it comes to things that black women may be out here doing. I'm asking that all of us. This is something we all going to have to work on. Period. I mean, just bottom line, this is something we all have to work on. Hearing that reality, even if it's not you, seeing that, taking yourself outside of the situation, seeing the reality for what it is, and letting that be that. I don't know. You might be trolling, Candy Girl. I don't know if you're trolling or not, but you might be. Ron, what's up? Ron Productions TM says it's a sad case for real, for real. I love how y'all now this new acronym, or I guess an acronym for people say FR. I think that's so hilarious. Because for real once ain't enough. For real 2 times is what it takes. But I'm gonna start over. I think it's a sad case for real, because all I've seen on my Explore page is black women supporting that man in a suit dress. I saw Jada Smith posted as well, but she's supposed to be woke. Truth is true. It is what it is. It is what it is. Candy Girl said, don't say I'm trolling because you don't agree with me. I don't even know what you're saying. So I can't disagree with you per se. I don't even know what you're actually saying. You're accusing me of something. And I'm telling you that it's not really happening like that. So it's not a matter of you not agreeing with me. I said black women are support homosexual men. If you look at black men who put on wigs and make fun of black women, these comedians, as y'all call them, large supporters of them will be black women. That's not my fault. You see. It's not a matter of, I don't even know what, I'm not disagreeing with you. You haven't given me anything to necessarily disagree with. You're just accusing me of something that doesn't really make sense. I'm just telling the truth. Tell me how else are these dudes that are doing dressing up like women getting famous off Instagram and shit? How is that happening? Maybe if you can explain that to me, tell me where their following is coming from then. These dudes that get on Instagram and get on YouTube and put on wigs and, you know, call themselves acting like women or black women, caricatures of black women. Where does their following lie? And what's crazy about that and where they're following lie is what's crazy is these homosexual, these dudes put on these wigs, they're disrespecting black women. Black women seem to like being disrespected as long as the person got a wig on and call themselves trying to be funny. But they be disrespecting black women, you know? To me, anyway. No, Candy Girl, what the fuck? That's not what I'm saying. Candy Girl says exactly. So you're saying because black women are supporting them, they acting like that is the reason that they do it. No, they're going to do it regardless. But when you make them popular, when you put them up on your shoulders, that's the issue. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about them doing it. How the fuck can I sit here and say this dude, this gay man wore a dress to the Oscars because black women made him do it? No, they're going to do them anyway. The black men is going to make these videos making fun of y'all. They're going to do it anyway. But when you take them and put them up on your shoulders, that's what I'm holding black women accountable for. And if you can't understand that, then I can't help you. I don't know what else to say. I am vintage native says, how do you feel about comedians in dresses and wigs? I don't support it. I don't really have necessarily a feeling that comes with it. I don't have a feeling that comes with it. But I don't support it. I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's funny at all, but I don't have a feeling, like I don't feel anything. So all people have to do is not watch them, you know, and not support them when they're doing these things. But we continue to still support people. So what time is it? Oh yeah, it's time to wrap this up, y'all. It is. We done had a little freestyle talk. Let me go back to the points that I made earlier, so y'all don't forget. Now again, y'all, I've been talking about this shit for years. The same shit when it comes to this voting shit, I've been talking about for years. A lot of people are now up in the ante. A lot of black people are opening their minds up to having knowledge about this voting. They're challenging these white campaigning politicians to deal with a black agenda, specifically deal with a black agenda from your Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren. What's the other girl's name? There's another Williamson, Marianne Williamson, another white woman that's out here talking about she supports reparations. Bernie Sanders does not support reparations, and that's not new. I want people to understand that that is not a new opinion Bernie Sanders has about reparations, and it also was an opinion shared with Barack Obama. Y'all want to ignore it? That's on you. I don't care at this point. I'm just telling you how the shit is. He actually justifies himself. He justifies himself by saying that Obama, I feel the same way Obama feel. Bernie said that. Y'all's black president felt the same way about reparations for y'all black asses. Same way Bernie Sanders feel about reparations for y'all black asses. And it's not a new opinion. Now it's being brought up as new now because y'all call yourself exposing Bernie Sanders. I've been put that work in. This isn't new. The white people that are talking about they are going to support or they do support reparations, that shouldn't be enough. To acknowledge that slavery happened shouldn't be enough for black people in this country, period. Because there's an entire system that's in place that's disenfranchising and targeting our people. an entire government that is okay with such, that is not being addressed at all. And we need to challenge these motherfuckers to address that. Even if we're going to challenge them to address reparations as per the ADOS lineage movement, we need to challenge them to address this entire system that's making us have to have this conversation all over again. Why we keep having to even come to you like this? Why you racist motherfuckers even conducting yourselves this way? We need to challenge them on more than one front than just reparations, in my opinion. And I believe that all members of this ADOS lineage, the movement, y'all be setting this election out based on the same premise that I done dropped, years and years ago, is that ain't nobody talking to your black ass. Y'all be sitting this one out. Majority of black people still gonna go vote Democrat, though. Understand that as well as you continue to go on with this movement. Understand the majority of black people just gonna vote Democrat. They don't care who the candidate gonna be. They're voting Democrat, no matter what. That's gonna be the majority of black folk. But I do feel as though the conversations do still need to be had. The separation that is made amongst black people still is relevant. But understand, y'all gonna be setting this vote out. Amanda Seals is a motherfucking coon. Spike Lee is a damn coon too. Jada Pinkett Smith is a motherfucking coon. Any black people that support the stuff that these people are doing, the stuff that these people are saying, and not hold them accountable, they coons too. Just to sum it all up. Mad love to everybody that came here and spent some time with me. Shout out Team Rob. Y'all already know what it is. I'll be back in here talking about some more shit. Y'all share this video. Click the like button on this video. At some point, maybe what I'm saying will catch on and people stop treating me like I don't got no damn sense, because I've been telling y'all for too many years. This shit is real out here. And we got to change the mentality of our people before we get anything done, really. Because the majority of us are still asleep and waiting on white Jesus to come swoop us up and heal us. All right? Mad love. I'll see y'all next week. I'm out.